Hey guys, today I just want to talk to you about toxic environment, dealing with really unpleasant work experience. It's not going to be edited, just my raw thoughts. I have no script or anything. I just want to share my experience, what I'm going through, what I've been going through, and what did I learn in the past year. So let's start with toxic environment. I've been stuck and I didn't realize it until up until like 2 weeks ago when I took a vacation. I had 2 week vacation when I just didn't travel. I was at home in my city where I live in Hungary and thinking about everything I'm going through in my work, in my life. And here's what I realized: I've been working in a very, very toxic, very, very nerve-wracking environment. This is the environment where all my colleagues, what they do constantly is they complain. They complain about everything. They complain about other colleagues. This is kind of culture I'm stuck in. And there was a colleague with whom I just had really bad start and really bad thing moving on, really bad relationship. I was complaining to my team lead about that. I was complaining to all my friends and girlfriend at the time, and I didn't take much action. You know, I talked to my manager, which was like really hard for me to do because I was kind of afraid to do it. I felt like a rat or something, but I learned this is something completely fine because at work you can't deal with everything on your own. If there is a toxic environment, you have to go, you have to talk to team lead, you have to talk to someone who is in charge, who can step between two of you and do something, right? Um, that colleague of mine, just a long story short, that colleague of mine, she was always undermining me. She was talking behind my back. She was supposed to train me, but instead of training, she trained me a little bit. She showed me how to do one thing once, and then she was just do it on your own. If I don't do it well, she's asking me, why didn't you do it well? Why didn't you do this? Why you forgot to do this thing? And every time I just spoke to her, it was really shitty. Like, I know, I just felt bad because I don't like to confront people. I don't like to tell people, set boundaries. I was kind of bad at it. I still work on it. It's still hard for me to do, but I was bad at it. Okay. And that really got to the point where I was just, had all this anger and frustration and stress building up inside of me. Didn't really do anything with it, just was complaining, thinking in my head a lot about it. Sometimes it was hard to sleep at night because I was thinking about it. It just really contributed to overall stress in my life. And, well, it was bad. And I was trying to solve it. I was trying to talk to her, not be nice to her, change her, but none of it works. If you have a toxic colleague, one thing that I learned, and I want to share this with you, that you should go and you should talk to someone who is in charge. You shouldn't let that happen if you can fix it on your own. And in most cases, if you feel it's toxic, you can't fix it on your own. That's one thing I learned. Second thing I learned is actually it's very good to take breaks when you feel like it's the end of the world, it's stressful every day. Just take a break, ask for a vacation, go on a week or two, think about things, and then you will find yourself in a way better place, hopefully. And do actions. If there's something you don't like, if there's someone you don't like, do something about it. Don't hold grudge inside of you, because it will just keep building up to the point where you will just be blowing up, and you will start overthinking. I'm usually not a big overthinker. I'm a very big optimist in my life. But with this situation, I became very negative towards her. Sometimes things became better with other colleagues as well, but then they go back to be bad, and it contributes bad to my health, my well-being. It's just something not good. So take a break, refresh, think about it, and see if you can find a solution. Then the next thing I learned as well is that Listen to your intuition. I know it sounds very like a cliche, but it actually works. When I applied to this job, this was a new promotion, this was a better job to do, this was better thing to do, it was just better for my career path. But when I realized that I was not passionate about it, even when I applied, this was just a step forward. I was thinking it would be a new challenge. I was already thinking during the application process that, okay, this is better what I do now, better for my career, I should do it. But my intuition told me like it's a bad idea, I will not like it, this is not the job I want to do. So kind of immediately I was already in the wrong place because I was not passionate about it. I didn't even do it for money because the money difference was pretty much the same, even though it's a better job, but it's pretty much the same salary. And in the end, my intuition turned out to be right. This was a bad environment. It was not my thing to do, not my job to do, even though I tried to perform really well, but just none of it really worked out. You should listen to your intuition because there is something in your mind. And as they say that, your subconscious knows something that you don't know, some signs that you don't see in real life, but your subconscious kind of reads them through, and then your brain gives you these signals in your body somewhere, I don't know, in your stomach, in your chest. You kind of feel it. You feel that something is wrong. And you might want to listen to it, actually. Well, that's what I learned, at least. This was working out for me. Now that I took 2 week vacation, I came back and I tried to set boundaries. I talked to a man in charge. I told him everything I think about job, about environment, about colleagues and everything. And this really just feels so good. It's the conflict and everything isn't resolved yet, but I just feel way better. I was just honest. I was 100% honest. I told him everything I think and everything I want to do and I don't want to do. I told him I don't want to work with that colleague anymore. I'm at the point in my life right now that I'm just ready to quit the job, move country, do anything I want, but just really leave all this mess behind. It's really liberating though. Telling him everything, putting all the cards on the table, just really feels liberating. So that's something you want to take a vacation for as well, to think, to clear up your head, to come back and have some resolution. So if you are like me, if you're stuck in a toxic work environment, what you want to do is take a vacation, think it through, set boundaries. Even though it's hard, it's unpleasant, it might be even in relationships, this advice might apply. If your intuition tells you it's no, then listen to it, really listen, because our body knows, our brain knows something we don't know. So right now I'm at the point in my life, this is just a recording a video of my life, what I'm going through, documenting and everything. I think I'm doing it more for myself than even for you. I want to see myself in 5-10 years and see what I was going through. So yeah, my life right now, for example, was an amazing day. I did this. I am having new plans. I'm actually thinking of, first of all, quitting the job. Second of all, quitting or getting to another team or quitting the company completely, doing completely another thing. This is where I am right now. I want to move country as well. I realized I've been living here in Hungary for quite a while and I kind of maxed out here. I have a beautiful apartment in the city center. I live alone, always wanted to do it. This goal I checked. Then I work in a very prestigious company in a good position. This thing I also checked. I built a life here. I built friends. I built community. I've improved myself as a person, really. I learned so much about relationships, about taking care of yourself, living on your own. I improved my English. Even if it's not the best yet, I still have a stupid European accent, but which some of you might like, I don't know. But the thing is that I improved here a lot. And I feel like I maxed out. Sometimes there are games when you are playing, you're building some house or something, and this house it's level 1 house, right? You already maxed out the level 1 house, and you, every new achievement, every new thing you're gonna do there, it's gonna be just little improvements. But if you actually sell everything, sell your house 1 and buy house level 2, that house level 2 will be way worse because you will have to start from zero. But you will have a way better potential in the long run to make it better than level 1 house, right? This is how I feel right now. I feel like I maxed out, and everything new I do, I will just keep moving just a little bit more. So my goal right now is to drop everything completely, leave my old life behind, and start something new. At least this is how I feel. This is what I want to do. This is what I'm seeing to do right now. This is how I see my life going. So toxic environment, guys, it's really shitty. Of course, you know how shitty it is, but these few tips maybe can help you out, just my experience and what I'm going through. It feels good. It feels good to finally know what I want and be in alive. I just feel more alive right now. So I hope this was helpful. Leave me a comment if you have any questions. I'm very free and open to talk and have a discussion. Drop a like on this video and watch my other videos that I did about differences between job and between working for someone, because that's what I've been thinking about a lot recently. Watch my other video about the confidence, and there are just few tips. For example, same with this, I was not really confident, I think, to bring this up before, talk about my feelings honestly, because I was afraid. You know, you're always afraid at your job. You're afraid you will lose your job, or you're afraid you will lose your money. Of course, it's always a risk, but sometimes you have to take risks. That's also what I learned. And sometimes these risks might pay off. Like when I came to live in Hungary 3 years ago, it was a risk. I lived basically, yeah, I left everything behind in Ukraine. But now I'm thinking, if I didn't take that risk, if I was in Ukraine right now, just imagine what situation I would be in right now. I wouldn't be able to even leave Ukraine. I would probably be forced to go to war because I don't study in university. You know, my life might have been turned out really badly. So taking risks is another thing that you should do in life. Of course, you have to think it through, but in the end, if you see everything can work out, at least there's a 50% chance you should take it. I think I'm at this point in my life and I'm going to take the risks. That's what I want to do. All right, guys, I'm not going to make it too long, but this is the update. This is my video. I hope you enjoyed it and have a good day. Peace.